seemed like they kept coming at you, kept putting game pressure on you. What did it take in that fourth to just finally put them away?
We got big stops down the stretch. I'm pretending to look. We got big stops down the stretch. Kept them to one shot, which is big. I think they're like fourth in the NBA on second chance points, so I thought we did a good job down the stretch of getting boards, kind of keep them away for like crucial tip-ins or extra shots, and then kind of bottled up from there, hit some big shots too, and kind of were able to just separate from there.
You had the big three, but it seemed like that the lob that we've been talking about a lot was actually maybe one of the most critical plays. 9 seconds on the shot clock, tough place to inbound the ball, and you guys execute that. Kind of take me through that play and how you're able to get that up to Chet.
Well, he's tall, so it's hard to throw a bad one, but I think just knowing the play call that we had and then just kind of going through our progression, he made a really good catch. But, yeah, just kind of being patient, understanding time and score, understanding the play call, what we're trying to get accomplished, and did a good job of kind of just running out, not really screening, confused the two guys on the ball, and then I was just kind of able to float it up to him.
It seemed like the physicality of this game just continued to get amped up with each quarter. What did you guys feel out there in terms of the physicality?
Exactly that. I think just around the league, they're going to start letting a lot more stuff kind of go and let us play a little more, so we kind of understand that, and we're still trying to feel it out and understand how physical we can be, so we try and set the tone early with how physical we want to be and kind of go from there.
Why was it tough to separate from those guys? Every time you got a 14 or 15-point lead, they'd always answer right back until the very end.
This is the NBA. You don't play a team's record. You just play, the team. And that's a well-coached team. It's a lot of players that are fighting for spots and minutes. And, those are probably some of the most dangerous teams because, everybody's playing with extreme confidence. Hats off to them. They play extremely hard the whole game. They don't have let-ups where they're not playing hard. So you got to kind of tip your hat to how hard they're playing, and it kind of just goes down to us being able to execute and matching that or exceeding how hard they're playing, and I thought we were able to do that.
Gordon had one of those two-way impact plays. He makes the steal out top.
Got three.
And then, and he didn't even kind of look either direction on that three. He just went and shot it. How great was that for you to see just the confidence kind of brimming off him in that moment?
We tell him to shoot the ball and, kind of just play his game. Like I said earlier when he first got here, it's hard to just plug into a team after not playing and then being on a different team in our situation. So he's doing a really good job of it. And, we try and just give him confidence to shoot the ball and play aggressive. That's stuff we like to see from him. He's a really good defender. And he can score the ball too. So, yeah, I'm happy that he got to see that one go down. And, he's playing with more and more comfort with our lineups. And he's starting to get acclimated to our offense more.
Anybody else?
To just hold them off after they just seemed like they kept throwing punches throughout the whole night.
Yeah, they did. We started strong. Thought we took our foot off the gas a little bit early, but credit to them. They had an undermanned team. They fought all the way through 48 minutes and put up a real fight. And I think it just speaks, to show that you can't take any team lightly, no matter who they've got on the floor. And credit to Portland. They fought hard tonight, and I thought we executed the way we needed to down the stretch and closed out that game.
How big was the defensive effort down the stretch as well, especially Simons got hot late as well, and just what did it take defensively kind of to close this one out?
Yeah, players like that are going to get try to get their team going down the stretch, and he did that. Obviously him and Grant, their main two guys. I thought for the most part of the night we did a good job on them, made them take and make some tough shots. Dub and Lou did a good job, and it takes a collective effort with guys like that. And obviously when they get hot, they start to feel good about themselves, and then you got to try to slow them down. So as I said, they fought hard. They made plays down the stretch, but I thought the last few minutes we executed the way we needed to, and managed to hold them off.
You had that out of bounds pass from the corner, which is a really hard place to inbound it, and that initiated that lob from Dub to Chet. How massive do you feel like that play was as you just continue to try to hold those guys off?
Yeah, that was big. Just kind of killed the momentum a little bit that they obviously got going there and were feeling good. And I thought that kind of took the crowd out of the game a little bit with a big play. And Dub and Chet have had great chemistry on those lobs, and he made the right read, and Chet went and finished. But bigger than Coach kind of speaks about bigger than 2 points. I thought that play in particular kind of killed their momentum that they had going, and we were able to kind of get the game back on our terms a little bit.
Another one that did, Gordon had a steal out top and then dribbled into a three in transition, and it just seemed like maybe a different energy from him than we've seen. Did that feel like a really good play to get him into rhythm tonight?
Definitely. I mean, he hadn't played for a long time prior to getting to us, and it's going to take him naturally a bit of time to get his legs under him. But we've seen what he's capable of. He's been an all-star before, so he's obviously a very talented player. He's going to bring a lot to this team, and no one was ever worried. He has a couple tough games. Shots don't fall, whatever. He's a professional. He knows how to play, and he's going to get trusted in big moments. And I thought tonight was a really good step in the right direction for him in terms of getting back to how he plays, and I think when he hits that in full stride, it's just going to help our team undo another layer.
You had a key.
Sorry, go ahead.
You had a key tip in there late with the game on the line, but the starting five, I think, as a whole down the stretch was the difference maker with the game on the line. Don't you think?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, guys made big plays. Shea made a lot. Especially in that third quarter, Shea was huge, kind of getting us back on track. And then I thought Dub was really big in that fourth, making plays, and we were just taking what they were giving us. He was getting down, down to the rim, and guys were knocking down shots. So I thought for a lot of the time down the stretch, we made the right plays, and you live and die by them. If those shots go in, great. If they don't, you can hang your hat on knowing you've took the right ones, you've done the right things. But I thought tonight we executed well, and I mean, a lot of guys made a lot of plays down the stretch, and we closed it out.
Could you feel that Portland was getting confidence as the game went on and made it tougher on you guys?
Definitely, especially when Simons went on that run by himself and was hitting them threes, and he started hitting them deep as well. And that's kind of when a player's getting confidence. And we had to call a timeout to kind of slow that down. And once we did, we got the game back on our terms. And I thought, as I said, once they got that momentum going, we found a way to kill it early and get the game back, the way we wanted to play it, and executed the right way down the stretch and closed it out. But any team, when they're confident like that, they can start making shots from anywhere. And he's a tough player. He can make deep threes, and he was doing that tonight. So you got to be able to kill the confidence, and I thought we did that towards the end.
It seemed like a number of your scoring opportunities tonight came with you on the move, or you able to catch and immediately attack. Was there anything different about maybe the way that you were receiving the ball tonight that helps you get angles and get all the way to the rim or get to your spots?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it's just reading other guys, and if my guy's in a more of a help position, I'm trying to cut behind him, and whether that gets me a layup or it attracts other defenders and they can spray the ball out for threes, it's kind of what we work on. And those little things that don't show up on the stat sheet but generate offense for our team is something we kind of hopped on. And I mean, just trying to be active, trying to keep moving around and finding different ways to impact the game. And even if you cut, you don't get the ball, you're there for offensive rebounds. So just trying to be active and stay in the play as much as I can.
Mark, they just kept the pressure on you all night. Do you feel like having this experience kind of helps your team maybe take a step forward in some certain aspects of the game, and maybe being able to come away with a hard-fought victory like this kind of helps you guys take a step forward?
Yeah, they kept game pressure on us. We got off to a good start, opened up an early lead, extended the lead a couple different times to as much as 15, I think, in the second half, and give them a lot of credit. I thought they really fought tonight, which they've been doing lately. They've got the 5th best defense in the league in the last 10 games, and their competitiveness and physicality definitely showed up tonight. So it was a good test for us. Great execution down the stretch. It was 112-110, and then we opened the game back up with good execution on both ends.
And you seemed like maybe a nice step forward for Gordon tonight, not just because the ball went in the basket, but what did you see from just his activity, maybe some of the timing and anticipation stuff?
Yeah, he looked a little more comfortable out there. He did a nice job. He's coming off of a long time off from a physical standpoint, and then he's entering a new team and getting used to that. We're still learning how to best optimize him in terms of how to use him and who to put him out there with. And I thought tonight he looked like he was in a good groove and rhythm, and I thought that started at the end of the game the other night against the Lakers.
What did you see from Portland's offense kind of throughout the night? It seemed like they were playing just with a lot of pace on that end of the floor. What did you see that kind of allowed them to get a groove there?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a young team. They had a tough season heading into like All-Star break, and coming out of the break, they've played really, really well. You know, they've played very competitively. They've really fought us the last 2 times we've played them. Simons obviously got it going there in the second half, did a great job. So I came away very impressed with their team, happy we won, but they did a great job tonight.
Did you like the matchup? Your starting 5 also finished the game in clutch time against the Blazers. Did you like the matchup? Is that why you kept the 5 the same?
Yeah, I mean, it's different every night, obviously. We're doing what we think gives us the best chance to win, but those guys played really well tonight. You know, like got us off to good starts in both halves. Obviously closed the game very, very well. I thought Josh in particular had a great night. He was really, really efficient, had a good floor game, competed on defense, helped us on the glass. He was really good.
Yeah, he had another one of those nights with at least 5 rebounds, at least 5 assists. More than half of his career games, he's done that. What do you make of just the way that he can continue to, be productive in those areas and kind of find the gaps in what your team needs each night?
Yeah, he's got great size and he's got great instincts, and I think the size helps him on the glass and the instincts help him with the passing. And like I said, I thought he played a great floor game tonight and really connected that group. And that group did a really good job. I thought they together start the game, start the third, and the game, end of the second. I thought they did a really good job.
You had, J-Dub obviously had a strong fourth quarter, then you had Shea in the third, Chet in the second. Just that balance in scoring, just how valuable is that to have out there on the floor?
It's great. It's obviously multiple threats, but we have to optimize that. We have to play off each other, play together, put each other in advantages. And when you put talented players in an advantage, it's hard to stop. And so we've got to be committed to that. I thought we did that on a lot of possessions tonight. That's why we scored the ball so well. So I thought tonight was a step forward.
Do you have an update on Bismack?
Yep, he's fine. Yeah, he just fainted basically, but he was in the locker room at halftime, laughing and joking, and he stayed back there. But he's doing fine. Yeah, thank you.
What's it feel like to know you have 4 straight at home finally?
Well, it's always good to go home. I mean, it's they're tests, though. We get 4 tough games. And this is tough travel. We get back late tonight, going back 2 time zones. It's always kind of a fog coming out of this. So we've got an off day tomorrow. We got to get some rest because Miami's going to come in ready to play on Friday.